In this tutorial, we're going to go through the settings of your contest. So in this section, you can add all of the content that goes on your contest page, as well as a bunch of the other settings. So before I dive in, I would just want to show you what this affects on the front end of the contest. So here, this settings section will go over the main content area where you're going to want to add a little bit about your company, a little bit about why you're running the contest, and you want to get people excited about joining your contest on this page. The other thing I highly encourage you to put in this section is the prizes that people can win, how they win that prize, also what that prize is and the value, plus adding some images and a little bit more of a description on what the prize is. So in this example here, you can see that this company had a great first prize, super high value, and then written out detailed explanation of what's included in that prize. And then you can go down further and you can see they had a second place, a third place, and they also had a little bit here about how to enter, what to do, and why they should actually enter. The other thing that I want you to note is the countdown timers and the CTAs. These are all going to be affected, or all of these are going to be adjusted in the settings section. So let's jump over back to the settings section here. So as I just showed you, this is that main content area where you want to add everything to get people excited about joining up to the contest. This next section is the support email. So if people have any issues or people want to get in touch with you, they'll use this email. It'll be in the confirmation emails and the reward emails that people get. You also want to put a grand prize, because this grand prize value, or this total prize value, actually gets put into the auto-generated terms and conditions that VYPER has. So if you just auto-generate these terms and conditions, you can copy and paste them into this section here. These are general terms and conditions, so I highly suggest that you have a read through them and then also add any extra terms and conditions that you need to put in there for your niche or for your actual location/country. Again, this is that timer section that I showed you earlier. You can enable or disable that. You want to choose your winner. I also suggest that you set confirmation emails. This will keep the quality of your list a lot higher, and it will also show you on this winners tab a little bit later who confirmed that email and who didn't, and that kind of gives you a gauge about how engaged that person who entered was. The other thing is, obviously, your support email is also appended to this confirmation email so they can get in touch with you. The other thing here is to automatically disqualify cheaters or not. We have this set as a default and recommend that you do, because this is all based on an algorithm that we've built that's extremely good at detecting people who are trying to cheat the system. And if you disable this, you then have to go through manually and disable and disqualify people who may be cheating. So we highly suggest that you leave that enabled. This section here, you can choose the date and time that your contest starts, also the time zone that you're in. Now this is a little bit more technical but extremely important. So here is where you actually want to add in any extra tracking code or any extra CSS styling that you want to make, sort of like aesthetic adjustments to your contest. So here you might want to put in your Facebook pixels, your Pinterest, Twitter pixels, so that you can do some remarketing or build audiences on those platforms. The other thing you probably want to add in here is your Google Analytics tag. That will give you much deeper analysis into the traffic that's coming to your contest, as well as also remembering to add the style tags if you are looking to add any custom CSS. This first box is the first page that I showed you, and this second box is the thank you page. So when people click through and enter your contest, this is the thank you page. So you want to put your lead pixel, or you want to put your any secondary pixel that you want to be tracking the performance of your ads in or something. You want to be putting all your base tags in this first pixel box. Now coming down here, you can decide to hide or show the name field. So when you sign up, you'll see here that when you click on this, you can have a name and email field. You can decide to disable that. And you can also decide to add extra fields if you want to collect a phone number, a website, agency name, whatever you might be wanting to collect as an additional field, you can do that there. We also translate all of our text fields, so you can use this in any language. So let us know if you've got any questions about this settings section.